Hey guys, JawsTheSharkReviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe class Blast Off. So, here he is right here in his Space Shuttle alt mode. But first, here is his packaging. So, let's get a close-up look at it right here. So as you can see up here, this is More Than Meets the Eye 2 of 5, 17 steps, and over here we have we have him in his robot mode, at least art of him in robot mode. And we have him in space shuttle mode, and then we got the Age of the Primes logo right down here. Combaticon Blast Off. And on this side you have Bruticus, because this is number 2 out of 5 of the 5 Combaticons that comprise of Bruticus. And Blast Off down here. On this side you get just the standard Age of the Primes art, where you got the sort of Hall of Fame of Primes or whatever. Here's the top, here's the bottom, and finally here is the back. So as you can see right here, 17 steps again. All this right down here at the bottom, and yes, that's right, 2026, because I did not mention this when I introduced the video, but this is my first video for 2026, so can't wait to see all that's all in store for this year. So and that is pretty much it for the packaging. So here we have Blast Off in his alt mode again, and let's take a close-up look at him right here. So as it said in the box, this is the second of the 5 Combaticons to get. And it is also my second Combaticon from Age of the Primes, because the only other one I have is Vortex. I reviewed him, I think, in the summer or the fall or something. So please check out that video if you haven't already. But so as you can see right up here, we have like a mostly purple area right up front here. And you do have like a light purple, almost pink, but I think it's still purple windshield right there. And I think it looks really nice. It's nice, like glossy paint, so that's cool. And of course, you got a big old Decepticon logo right there. And for some reason, there's like these random like clip-looking things, even though they're not. Like you can't attach nothing in there. It's like why is that even there? I have no idea, but yeah. And towards the back, you got the wings here, so you have some Decepticon logos right here, in addition to that big old one right there. So, you ain't gonna fool nobody if somebody sees, oh, that's a shuttle, and then sees all these Decepticon logos, they're gonna be like, it's like, oh shoot, that's a Decepticon. Like I don't get, like, maybe the little ones are fine, but I don't know why you need a big old one right here, unless maybe that's more for Bruticus, but still. And you got the little tail fin right here, and and here's the bottom. It's really nice and clean. Like you can't tell this is a robot, except for maybe the hands right up here and the arms, I guess. But overall, not too shabby. And here's the back. You got the thrusters. He's got 4, so that's pretty nice. He can really fly off, which makes sense because he's meant to be in space. No landing gear. Obviously, it's a spaceship, so why wouldn't he need a landing gear? But there you go. Now for the accessories, he does come with technically 3, but really just 2. So one of them is his tail fin. Because it's when you open them from out of the packaging, it's a separate piece. You just have to attach it. So technically that's one. But his real accessories are his guns, which they're two kind of not rifle. No, they're not rifles. They're more just kind of. I guess I can't tell what these would be, but they're two guns. They're practically identical. Yeah, there's nothing really different about them. Same color, same design. So, yeah. So here they are. And yeah, so you could attach them pretty much anywhere down here. You can like they suggest putting it under the wings, which is what I prefer to do the most. So there's that. That's a little more effective. You can shoot better, but you could also put it both of them right down here if you want to. Just kind of have it kind of stored more so, or you could have them right up in the front so you get a little more direct shots. So there's that. Pretty good storage, and I guess could you put in, yeah, you could put in the hand, so you could have it right in the front, I think. I don't know, but me personally, it's like the real only logical spot is right underneath the wings. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So anyways, so now for the alt mode size comparisons. Here he is with Age of the Prime's Vortex. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right down to the transformations. So, dimming the laying here. So starting off, you just want to basically flip down the, what will become the shins in robot mode. And bring this all back right here. And then you're just going to extend the legs like this. And there we go. And then you just wanted to close up the shins like so. So then you just want to flip back the wings, and then you're just going to flip back this tail fin right here, which as I said before, is removable. So there you go. I don't know why they made it removable, but it's removable. So yeah. Then after that, you just want to flip up the toes, or toe, I guess. He's only got one toe per foot. So and yeah. Then you just want to flip back the main kind of cockpit section right here. Just flip that down and just leave it there for now. And then you're just going to split apart the arms, bring them down, and then click this all into place right here. If you see this little cavity there, that'll go right into here and click into place. Then you're just going to swivel the biceps just 90 degrees, and then you're going to do another 90 degree swivel, but this time for the wrists, and just move them that way. And there you go. And then next, you just want to flip up the head. Now in the instructions, it does say for you to you don't have to twist the head, but I've noticed it's like stuck in there, whenever I do it like this, where you flip the head back. So me personally, I just like to flip it around and then put it in, so it's easier for me to pry out the head, because otherwise I'd have to use like Vortex's blades or something in order to get the head out. So yeah, there's the head. And finally, you just want to bring down this main section right here, and then you're just going to put that back right here. It'll just sit nice and tightly right there. And once you guys have that all complete, there you guys have Age of the Prime's Blast Off. I almost was going to say Vortex in his robot mode. And in my opinion, I think he looks really nice. Honestly, I like how he looks a little bit better than Vortex, and that's saying some because I thought Vortex looked pretty good too. you know, but I think the sky, like the proportions on the sky look really good. So, but yeah. So, anyways, let's get a close-up look here at the head sculpt, and I think it looks really nice. You know, you got silver for pretty much all the face, even the eyes. And yeah, just kind of show it around. He's even got like a little face here on the back, but yeah, he's got some stuff going on here with his chest, and there's the back. It's a little, I mean, it's a little, I know he said he looked pretty good proportion wise, but it's mostly in the front and the back. You know, he's got a little junk kind of hanging out, but you know, I mean, it doesn't look terrible at all. And I think it looks kind of weird with the way they design the hands, because usually you'd expect it where like the cone would be sloping this way instead of that way, but I guess it's a little bit of a change, so it's none too personal. So yeah, now for the articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you can move it all around however you like, and you can wiggle it side to side. It can just look up that far and then down that far. Let's see, his shoulders are in a swivel joint right here, so you know, you can get a full 360 degree rotation out of that. And there's also a pin joint here too, so you can get that much movement out there. He does have a bicep swivel, a bend at the elbow, and he does have wrist swivel for both wrists. He also has a waist swivel. His legs can kick up this far, back that far, and then they can do the splits out this much. And he does have a thigh swivel, and his knees do bend about 90 degrees. And he does have a pretty good ankle pivot, so there's that. And you can move his toes up and down if you really want to. So yeah, so for Deluxe, he's got some pretty good movement, so that's pretty good. I'd say definitely better movement than on Vortex, which is why I like this one slightly more, because Vortex was slightly hindered in terms of articulation. So you know, like for starters, Blast Stuff here actually has wrists, so that's one thing, I guess. But yeah, overall, really nice. So yeah, now again for the accessories, he comes with his two little guns right here. And yeah, let me see if you could store him anywhere. No, not really. I guess you could always put him on the sides of his legs if you wanted to. Or I think you could put him on the, yeah, you could put him on the side of his arms, so hey, there's that. You know, you can kind of, you know, pew pew, bang bang like that, but you know, I think they mostly suggest you just put it in his actual hand, so we'll just do that for right now. And yeah, I think he looks good like that too, so yeah. But anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Vortex. So there you guys have my review for the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Blast Off. And I gotta say, he's a really good figure, you know. I mean, I really like Vortex, but I really like Blast Off. You know, I just like the, you know, the sort of dull little color scheme. You know, it definitely, you know, fits, you know, for his original design and everything. The posability is really good. You know, I really love the way the alt mode looks. It's nice and clean. You don't see no robot junk hanging out. It's all just a perfect this little space shuttle. And you know, he's kind of has about like average below average accessory, not storage, accessory collection, I guess. But yeah, but overall though, pretty good figure, and definitely highly recommend if you intend on getting the Combaticons, you know, all the Combaticons, because I mean, you know, you have to have all of them, really. You know, you can't just have, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have 2 and that's it. You gotta get all of them, combine them in a Bruticus. You know, it'll be worth it. That Bruticus that, you know, they've released photos of it and renders. It looks fantastic. So I'm really hyped to get that one. I think Brawl's out right now, and I believe, let's see, Onslaught's Commander, so he's probably coming out later this year. And there's one other one, I forgot the name of him. What was it? it'll probably come back to me, but whatever. But overall, really good, and yeah, I highly recommend them. So yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of Blastoff right here. So yeah, so anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.